another episode of Skrew News, guys. I'm your host, and every fortnight we chew the fat on Star Citizen, me and Ace. So welcome back to our regular viewers. And this fortnight's been a little bit quiet on the content front, if you like, in regards to videos that Star Citizen's been putting out. We've only got one sort of major video to run through, and but besides that, some of the major news items are at the moment of recording, which is 17th of April. There is a merchandise sale. Yippee! For those that want to buy CIG merch. There's, I think, 50% off at the moment. Have you ever bought merch, Ace? Are you a merch guy?
Really?
No.
Well, not really. Most of the stuff I have is not really that interesting to me. I've been thinking about the mouse pad though.
Yes.
The one with the Inferno. That one looks cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit of a merch junkie. So Drake t-shirts, because I love Drake so much. I bought 2 of them. I've got the mouse pad, and I've got some. I love artwork. So whenever there's posters of stuff, whether I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online or something, I love gaming artwork. I'd love to collect gaming art and like open a game art museum or something.
Yeah, I usually buy art books of games because they're like a really good collection of concept art. But there's no one. There's no Star Citizen one yet, so holding back on that.
There's some sick potential for some wicked art scenes, I reckon, in Star Citizen. Like
much art.
Vandal.
They could do several books, like either manufacturer based or like
space battles,
system based or whatever. Yeah.
There's so much art potential. CIG, give me some poster with like some Vandals. I don't know, fighting some human somewhere or something, or just a big ass Vandal holding the swords or whatever they have as weapons. That would be cool, man. So yeah,
some statues and figures and stuff like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there for extra revenue. So yeah, merch sales happening now, guys. 317 is, I think, wave 2 at the moment. I've been playing a little bit of 317. It has been a rough week in Star Citizen. I'll get into that later. The ship of the month is the 400i for subscribers and whatnot. Have you been on a 400i? Did you get a chance? I know you haven't played in a few weeks. Did you ever jump onto a 400i?
Yeah. Not one, and it's a fun interior. I like that separate cooling compartmentalized part where you have the components and it's like a cooler atmosphere, so it gets the components cooled or whatnot.
Is that the downstairs part?
Yeah, I think it's downstairs. It's been a while I've been on one, but yeah, I think it's downstairs.
Where it's got the glass, it's like glass encasement, and you walk in and it's a little area.
Yeah.
So wait, you cut out a little bit there, Ace. You're saying it's a cooling area?
Yeah, those component areas are like cooled zones. That's why they're behind that glass, and you can't even see the temperature drop if you check the temperature.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, there you go. I'll keep an eye out for that. So cool, man. Yeah, so that's the 400i. That's the ship of the month. And yeah, 317, to be honest, 316 and 316's been a little rough. Last night we were playing, and for some reason across the board, people weren't able to spawn in their ships. I haven't tested it today, but I'm assuming it's pretty serious enough for CIG to fix whatever was happening. Maybe they're changing some more back-end stuff that we're not aware of, which would be awesome. It'd be cool if they told us because I get excited when they say they're swapping and changing back-end stuff. That's, to me, the engine of the game, and I welcome hearing them kind of fiddling with it, optimizing it and whatnot. So I don't know though, it could have just been a bug. I'm not sure, but so yeah, 317 is still in wave 2. We're waiting for that to come out. The river, the refueling, we've spoken at great depth about 317. But one thing that I didn't experience, and Ace pointed it out, was the button for calling the ATC is like experiencing that. This sounds a little bit silly because at the end of the day I'm just pushing a button, but it was amazing, man. It was amazing. Getting into your ship and just pushing a button to take off, or approaching an air traffic controller and pushing a button to land is so much better than what we're doing today, dude. It's, yeah. So I went back into 316.
Forward.
Sorry?
It's a step forward.
Yeah, massive lifestyle change. I went back to 316 and I was like, ugh, this is so 1980s. I want to go back to 317. That's it. There's a lot of little changes and stuff in 317 that we've spoken about already. So let's get stuck into the latest Star Citizen live video. And it was on the 9th of April, and it was the active feature team. So the active feature team are really focused on what your character or your avatar can do in the game, essentially. So I've just got some points I'm going to run through from the video and ask your opinion, Ace. So the first one's, a lot of the community members asked if, we can wear normal clothes and have weapons. So at the moment, we have to wear armor to be able to clip weapons and stuff. So AKA, can we have holsters? Can we have holsters so we can wear t-shirt and jeans and put our arc light in the holster and walk around? And that is being that's being worked on. And in addition to that, they were saying, and that's being worked on is going to be a very common term, Ace, that I'm going to be saying in these bullet points. But interestingly enough, Ace, some of the clothing is going to have a slight bit of armor as well, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you got guns, you also could put armor on.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Like a
vest or something.
Yeah, like you can still be all kind of casual and comfortable, but you might have 10% armor or maybe 15% armor or something, which is pretty cool. The next thing they spoke about was the crossbow, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, they showed pictures of it a while back, didn't they?
Yeah, they had shown pictures. It was like pretty military looking, like fancy modern crossbow, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give my spin on this, Ace. I think the engine, it's too complex for them to do it now. It's too hard. Too much needs to be done for them. I think a lot of this stuff, and excuse me if I'm wrong, but I do stick by this, is on one hand, Star Citizen is such a magnificent project doing like a scale that's never done before, but I'm convinced doing simple things in this engine is also difficult, time consuming. It
would seem so if implementing a crossbow is that much trouble, because I mean, it's technically just another gun.
Yeah.
With different characteristics, if you want. It gets more complicated if you think about stuff like, you can't pick the bolts back up.
Yeah.
Then they would have to be able to program where did the bolts get stuck. You can pick it up and reload and stuff like that. That's not a thing they have implemented in the game so far.
Yeah.
So I guess that's gonna be complicated.
Exactly. I think the bolt is potentially the tricky part, and maybe the animation of reloading or something might be tricky. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I mean the rest would just be different FPS gun performance if you want.
Yeah. Again, a thing that also leads me to believe that getting simple things done is difficult. Is they spoke about normal backpacks being too hard to do at the moment. They'll definitely do it in the future. And by normal backpacks, I mean backpacks with straps that go over your shoulder. So at the moment, we all know the backpacks that we use need to clip on to an armor or an undersuit, or an armor, sorry, not an undersuit, an armor. And yeah, being able to, again, wear casual clothes and slinging a backpack on at the moment is a little bit too difficult, is in my notes. So I don't know if that's exactly what they said, but yeah, it's a little bit hard. They were talking about, the clothing sort of clipping on, clipping through each other and things like that. And anyway, it was all a bit too hard, but coming soon, TM.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the problem there. The clothing and the armor is very different in appearance and bulk. So you'd have to have the straps adapt to each and every mesh of clothing your character has. So yeah, otherwise you'll have clipping of the items. Stuff will clip through each other, and
yeah,
they want it to look nice and shiny and stuff. So I can't see how that's not working out.
And like I said, man, I've always wanted to fly my Drake Buccaneer in Adidas tracksuit pants with like a Michael Jordan basketball jersey. Hopefully with a backpack and a crossbow, but we'll see. Would you be a crossbow guy? Like, crossbows like all stealth.
Nah, man, we got lasers and stuff. What do we need a crossbow for? Seriously.
Man.
I mean, it's
you
a
just
fun idea
you just dunked on that.
Stuff.
You just dunked on that idea, man. Coming from you, because you're quite balanced. Like, you're like, yeah. Most of the times I ask you stuff, you can always see both sides. But this is the crossbow is the first thing that Ace has just dunked on. I love it.
It's just super old tech. They'd have to give it some sort of edge to apart from the stealth factor, because it's just as stealthy as any other weapon. If you don't shoot it, it doesn't make any noise. So there's gotta be some special upside to it to justify its existence. Like, I don't know, maybe it penetrates armor really well.
Penetrates like armor. I wonder if you could have like freaking heat-seeking bolts. I don't know. Anyway, like really high-tech warheads on the bolt. That AI built into it.
Tips like Rambo.
Yeah. I probably would give the crossbow a miss. I mean, we've got guns. Seriously. Something voted by the community that they spoke about was the need for parachutes, and the developers were not surprised, but they were like, oh man, you guys really, really, really want parachutes. There's no timeline for it. But if you think about it,
they make total sense.
Yeah, like I can't believe I never thought of it. And I've plummeted towards the planet several times in this game, and not once during those plummets have I thought, man, it'd be good to have a parachute. But again, the community is a very intelligent community, and it makes total sense. We're in ships that fly in Atmo, we need freaking parachutes.
Like on Microtech, on one of those rooftops, and that's a quick way down.
Oh yeah. Illegal parachuting.
Sounds like fun,
dude. I mean, I don't expect to survive. Star Citizen is one of those games that you might have an escape pod, you might have a parachute, and you might be lucky enough to use it. But the dude that just killed you, he ain't gonna let you parachute to the surface of the ground.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like a cloth parachute either. It could be like some sort of
what?
Gravity bubble or something that dampens your fall once you get closer to the floor.
Ooh.
It doesn't have to be like
That'd be
full-blown
cool.
parachute. Yeah, I mean that would be enough for me. I mean,
That would
we
be
got
cool.
beams for everything. I'd be fine with a chute bubble or something.
That opens up right before you hit the ground.
Yeah, like something like 10 meters or something, and then you just don't die. That's enough.
You know, like when Iron Man comes down and lands, and he's like burns those afterburners, and then he lands. Like
exactly, stuff like that.
That'd be sick, dude.
Some sort of backpack or whatever, or attachment that goes on the armor and just softens the fall.
Yeah, there is a point where I want CIG to like move away from the classic World War II tropes, and having a classic parachute is lacks imagination, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if you think about it, parachute only works if you have atmosphere, right? So on any moon, you just open that up and funnily plummet to the floor anyway. Yeah.
The more sci-fi individuality this game has, like the better, like the more, also, like, you know, the more memorable it's going to be as well.
Yeah, and it makes it a little unique too. I mean, you get that ball dampening artifact instead of a stupid chute like 900 years back. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So yeah, parachutes. People want parachutes apparently, and so do I now. Just to jump off the Microtech building, like you said, Ace, that'd be awesome. Or off Hurston's building. The next thing they spoke about was FPS scanning, which I think's coming shortly. I'm not sure. It's coming at some point. Actually,
been mentioned a few times. It should be coming soonishly.
You know, ever since they said there's no roadmap, Ace, I've even stopped looking at the next patch.
Like, same here.
I need to look at the next patch right now. Ship matrix roadmap. I'm just going to open it up all just to see what's in 3.18, I suppose. Or is it still just 3.17 up there? Uno momento. They've got 3.18 stuff. Yep, they've got 3.18. The others, yep, they've removed 3.19 and 3.20 from the roadmap, which is interesting. And they've got 3.18 open. Oh, we might have a quick squeeze through that at the end of this podcast. The next thing that they were talking about was FPS scanning. I'm repeating myself. So FPS scanning, interesting. Some more detail on that. One of them was the passive mode for the little radar that you have, or the scanner, is only going to pick up audio sources. It's not going to pick up everyone around you automatically, right? So only audio sources, kind of like, I don't know if you know Daredevil. You're like Daredevil. You've got the bat sonar. So you can hear things from greater distances. But if you want to actually get a good sense of what's around you, you need to activate a ping, like we do in our ships. And if you activate the ping, then the scanner will pick up people and stuff around you, or the radar, if you want to call it that. And then the scanner, or the scanning mode, is going to be built into the helmet, guys. And if you scan someone, you're going to see all the good bit of detail that you see when you scan a ship. You can see their weapons, their inventory, their wounds, things like that. And then they spoke about later on, there's going to be a sort of standalone lens that people can buy. It's going to be expensive, apparently, but you can buy that and use that as a scanner. Probably attaches like sunglasses or something on your face, and you can scan. I suspect that's for when you're not wearing a helmet, obviously, and you're in the city or whatever, you're wearing your casual clothes, and you pull out this scanner and you can start scanning people, which
sounds
is
useful.
Yeah, it reminds me of Google Glass, how that came and kind of flopped.
It was way too expensive.
Yeah, it
and
was
not really that functional from the looks of it. So.
Yeah, but some people reacted badly to it. Like, you can pull out your phone and take pictures of people, right? And be intrusive if you like, right? But the fact that people had cameras, but you can tell when someone's taking a picture of you, but the fact that someone had cameras strapped to their eyes, like people went into bars and nightclubs and stuff, and they got like almost kicked out. Like people turned against them. It's weird, eh? I'd be the same with the lens. Like, I'm like, dude, are you freaking scanning me? What are you looking at in the bar? He's like, I can see that you've got hemorrhoids. I just scanned all your medical conditions.
Yeah, that's not a nice thing to do to people.
No, it's very intrusive. I wonder if the lens will be illegal or legal. Anyway.
I bet it will be legal.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what info you get at the end of the day. If it just tells you the player's name and the equipment and maybe reputation or something.
Yeah.
That would be okay.
And then next thing they spoke about was toilets. They will be functional at some point. So they're moving ahead with this toilet shenanigans. We will be shitting in this game. I don't think this is my personal... Sorry, Ace?
So important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's like a thing they can keep for the very end, because I don't see the overall gameplay benefit. Like, haha, you laugh about it once and then
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, after all, it's just a pain in the ass.
Literally.
Yeah, I hope not, but you know.
So they said there's no situation where you're gonna poop your pants or just pee your pants, right? So, but somehow there's going to be a requirement for you to go to the bathroom. I'm like you. I'm like, well, what's the point of it all then? Like, there's no point. It's. I don't really understand it. I think.
From a gameplay perspective, it's not really needed. I mean, yeah, we got toilets and stuff on the ships, and you need them to make the ships feel like
realistic.
Yeah, but there's always that question: how much realism do you really need in the game?
Yeah. I just hope they don't put too much effort into it, because effort is back as money. So I just hope it's just like...
Exactly.
I just hope you just sit on it if you want to, and you... options come up to poop or wee, and that's it. That's it. We're done. You know?
No wiping minigame, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I've played one game where there was poop mechanics. That was South Park. And
okay. South Park was different though.
Yeah, it was a hell of a mini game. It was quite stressful. But yeah.
There's also like in Ark and some other games. I think there's also poop mechanics and stuff, but it's not really needed.
Yeah. It's funny shit, man. I love following this project.
For the very end, please.
Yeah.
That's really not important stuff.
So moving on from toilet functionality, they moved on to hygiene, which is a little bit more serious. It's going to be a factor, but they said it's not going to be too intrusive. So I don't know. If you don't take a shower for a while, there'll be some internal hygiene bar that magically goes up and up and up, and you get smellier and smellier. And they actually... Again, they kind of theory crafted things that I don't know how it's going to work mechanically, but they were like, if you're covered in mud, or if you're covered in dirt, you're covered in this and you're covered in that, you're going to be dirtier and all this sort of stuff. I'm like, it's going to have to see it to believe it, but I'm sure CIG will actually implement it at some point. They tend to surprise me all the time. But
it's interesting on the pooping, though. I mean, I can see how that would affect like getting certain missions from certain mission givers. Like, oh, this guy stinks. I don't trust those boys.
That's exactly what they said. Yeah, you're 100% spot on. It'll stop people from giving you missions and interacting with you NPCs.
If you smell like a pirate, you won't get a job as stewardess on some interplanetary flight or stuff like that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I don't mind that. All of this stuff to me makes Star Citizen what it is. Like, there's serious space combat, serious mining, serious this. But then hearing someone say, man, I'm hungry, I gotta go buy an apple, or dude, I gotta go take a shower first, kind of adds this it makes the game more lovable. Like, it gives it its own weird place in the world of gaming that, you know, it's quirky. It's quirky. These things are quirky, and I do like them because when you play with a lot of people, you're going to have a few funny moments because of this stuff, I think, hopefully.
Agree with that.
Then they spoke...
on the other hand, being in the middle of a space battle and being like, oh no, I gotta get back to station because my character needs to take a dump. It's like, seriously?
Yeah. Well, that won't...
go for the mission.
Yeah, that won't be happening. It won't be that intrusive. But...
okay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. They made out like it won't be that intrusive. Like, you won't be peeing your pants or pooping your pants. But maybe they can tie it into the hygiene gameplay where if you don't... Maybe, I don't know, something comes up that says you have to poop or peep. And if you don't poop or peep, you don't actually have any animation of pooing your pants or whatever. But let's just say your hygiene bar gets 10% added to it. Yeah. That'd be quite funny. The next thing they spoke about was restraining. So this, again, right down your alley there, Ace, for the bounty hunters or the law enforcement guys. They spoke about, you know, being able to tie the arms and legs of people, and the fireman carry, which everyone's, you know, really keen on having, because dragging at the moment is... forget about...
functional.
Yeah, it's just time consuming. It's really slow, dude. You know, like...
Yeah, and it tends to kill you every now and then. There's lots of stairs, let's not forget that. And even if it's just like 4 steps or something, it can be so annoying to drag your wounded dudes up there.
Yeah, it looks like you're torturing them. Yeah. So we need a fireman carry. That'll be coming in and tying arms and legs. I can't wait to see all the YouTube videos of pirates, I don't know, knocking people out, tying them up.
Yeah, and dropping them without parachute because we got
That's it.
out of the spaceship.
So restrain...
that could be pretty interesting because in other games where that is a thing, it usually led to interesting and fun situations.
Yeah, it's the social experiment of Star Citizen, adding more mechanics like this. Then they spoke about lockers and outfits. So they're looking at having lockers give the functionality of saving different outfits for players. So instead of dragging and dropping individual, you know, bits of armor, helmet, greaves, chest, blah blah blah, you can now save an outfit in a locker, and just with a single sort of drag and drop, you can put that outfit on, which is pretty cool.
It's useful, like have like different loadouts for different operations. Like, okay, that's my just flight suit, that's my ground combat suit, that's my medic suit, stuff like that. Yeah, I can see that work.
Out of interest, Ace, just theoretically, your character, like what type of clothing would you be wearing? Like, I told you mine, like Adidas. If there was an Adidas shell suit with the top and bottom, I'd be, you know, that's kind of my look. What what's your look in the game in this sort of futuristic?
I always wear the same stuff. I always wear that TCS4 undersuit and what's the armor called? True Death.
Yep.
I think it's not sure if it's medium or light armor. I think it's light armor.
Yeah.
I just think it looks cool, and that's enough reason for me to pick it.
Yeah. So yeah, lockers, and then they spoke about performance enhancing drugs. So yeah, we can buff certain things. I don't know what performance we're enhancing. Maybe speed, running, increased stamina. I can think of
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe tougher.
I mean,
I don't know.
strength doesn't have many implications on the game, so don't think there's like strength enhancing drugs. But well, who knows? Maybe there is. So you can just like punch people once and they're like
Oh yeah.
knocked out cold instantly.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. With the mix that in with the meleeing. That's awesome. Yeah. Strength with the meleeing. Strength maybe jumping further. Increased stamina. Yeah. That's interesting to see where they buff, because this is not a role playing game. So how they treat that's going to be really interesting.
Yep.
Obviously, taking performance enhancing drugs will mean the drug meter will have more consequence. Obviously, today it comes into play when you take medicines and stuff, but now it will also come into play when you're taking drugs. Then they moved on and spoke about support armor. So this is, I suppose, the armor we have today, the light, medium, heavy, is combat armor, is what they're alluding to, maybe. I'm sure it'll get tweaked, but that's what I understand it. And then there's going to be this other version called support armor, which will have like more slots for consumables, rechargeable, like you can recharge energy mags, so you're like a walking battery. You can, sort of shape it in the form of a battle medic, a battle medic heavy, or you can have battle medic light type format. So yeah, the support armor is different type of
they're
armor.
working for like bigger teams of people playing together.
Yeah.
Have separate roles for everyone, and everybody gets to do their jobs. So yeah, sounds good.
I mean, recharging your laser weapons is a interesting thing to me. It means you can really go out in the wild and just have ammo for a lot longer than the guy with ballistics.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's quite attractive.
And there's the question of, will it be integrated in the suit, and how long does it take to reload and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Gotta keep balance,
Yes, yeah. Totally. You'd wear it for like when you want to go exploring and stuff, as well as the battles and whatnot. And that was it, guys. That was the Star Citizen Live featuring the actor feature team. So some interesting tidbits of information of what's being worked on, what the community wants. It wasn't overtly informative. A lot of it was being worked on or in the pipeline or being thought about. A lot of concepts being thought about. Yeah. So I know you haven't played ACE, so I'll go through my experience this week, if you like, this fortnight. First of all, dude, I thought I had played everything in this game, and I was pleasantly surprised to discover a new type of mission shown to me. Big shout out to Crowy from Australia, who I didn't realize, man. Did you know that there was, the bunker missions? You can, if you continue to do those, your reputation will increase, and you get a different type of bunker mission, which is
it's the high tier one where you have like 3 or 4 waves of dudes coming in, and you have to kill everyone. Yeah.
I did not know that, dude. I was like, when Crow was telling me about it, because I was so certain I've played everything in this game. When he was telling me about it, I was like, yeah, I've played it. Yeah. Like, I just dismissed him because I'm like, I'm certain I've played everything in this game. And then when I thought about it, I was like, wait a second, did he say waves of soldiers in a bunker? I was like, I have never freaking played that. And it was not bad. It was not bad. The waves, like you don't know where they're going to come from. Like, they come from different directions. Oh, you know where they're going to spawn, but you know what I mean? When you're running around, they're, suddenly behind you, in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you.
It's a bunch of spawn closets, yeah. You can get surprised by them, for sure.
Yeah. I discovered that. We did the Idris mission a few times.
It's the ERT?
No. No, we did that. No, the bad mission. We went on the bad side. Arlington?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The Arlington? Yeah, the Arlington guys. Yeah, so we did that a couple of times. Once or twice it was satisfactory, if you like. The other time, the Idris was he was in atmosphere, and it was just like rolling around on the ground like a big baby. The Idris, it was the most unimmersive combat I've ever had with the capital ship. It kind of stopped firing at us, and it was just like rolling on the ground for like the 40 minutes that it took for us to kill it. But it was fun. I've been doing some Arena Commander, and I think my favorite mission in the game, PvE's at 890 jump mission. So I've been doing that a couple of times.
That's one of the best. Absolutely. Totally agree.
You know what mission I haven't done in a while? No, go ahead, Ace.
Yeah, I was just saying it pays well and it's fun.
Yeah. Like, if you want to impress a friend that that hasn't played SC, and the game is full of things that impress people the first time. I mean, landing on a planet, taking off from a planet, looking at a ship. But then once they get used to all that stuff, you take them on the 890 jump mission, and they're like, "Wow, this is amazing! I just boarded another ship, shot people up, went into a spa." Walk past the bar.
It's a really good mission, though. I mean, it's fun, and apart from those 2 or 3 guys hiding in the hangar elevator every time.
Yes.
It's a really good mission.
Yeah, actually, I died from that last night. I was.
The dudes in the elevator.
Yeah, dude.
They're tricky to get sometimes.
Yeah. But there has been some really bad desync and stuff, as we always say, until they solve the problem. Sorry, folks, if it's a bit repetitive, but 316 had some major problems last night where people couldn't spawn their ships. Like, there was streamers, like Gen Desperado, big shout out. He always raids my channel. He came, raided my channel, and he was like, "Dude, I've been trying to spawn my ships and not able to." And then all his viewers were like, "Can you spawn, Monster? Can you spawn?" And yep, I couldn't spawn either. And then it just became it was like a network wide back end thing had gone down or something. But I'm sure they'll fix it, because that would mean 316 is totally unplayable. So they would have to fix that on that.
That was my one experience when I dipped into 317. Ran from the Lorville Habs right to the spaceport, got my ship out just to get to the hangar and the ship not being there.
Right.
And I tried several ships and none of them spawned, so I gave up.
Yeah.
Get it running at some point.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. So fingers crossed they'll get that fixed. Let's quickly run through the 318 just to see what's going on in the 318 because I haven't looked at it. So as you can see, 319 and 320 they've removed, so we only get visibility of the next patch. So
important stuff, so to say. It's you get the cargo refactor stuff, which will be super important down the line. Then there's also hull stripping for salvage. The first implementation was going to be handheld only, I think, or not sure. They'll add the ship salvaging right away because it's.
Oh, dude.
I think they said they'd add the handheld salvaging first, and ship salvage comes afterwards.
Well, listen to this. Now, this is tentative, guys, so we don't know. This will include both performing hull stripping and repairs by hand, as well as hull stripping using the systems aboard the Drake Vulture.
Okay. Yeah, good. Because it's also in 318.
Wow.
Vulture.
Okay, hopefully that comes in.
You got a Vulture?
Yes, I got a Vulture. I got
Yeah,
all the Drakes, dude. All the Drakes.
Yeah, you need something to collect the stuff you shut up. So.
Yeah. Cargo refactors. That's huge. Everyone says it. Waiting for refactor. That's explain it to me, Ace. Is that just? Let me read this. The refactor of the ship cart will allow both found and purchased cargo to be picked up, moved around. Right, okay. So it's right now the cargo is like you buy something, it magically appears in your ship, you sell, and now they're like physicalizing everything. Is that?
Yep, I think that's what this is. So you'll have to actually load stuff into your ship, and if you fill it like with 120 SC, you will have to take your time to filling the ship with the crates or whatever. I don't know if they're gonna make it so you have to tractor beam them in or something.
So that decouples everything. Like I could buy some cargo, and then maybe I could get you to transport it. Maybe.
That's also an interesting question. Don't know if they're gonna make it like that, or maybe you need to hire NPCs or have your mates help you load the ship to get from A to B quicker. I mean, it makes the whole transport or what do
logistics.
Logistics. Yeah, the whole logistics thing a little bit more interesting because so far it's just okay. You fill your ship, poo-poo, magic, stuff appears in your ship.
Yeah.
You fly from A to B, and that's it.
And this will feed into the piracy too, right? I'm sure this stuff will be floating in space, or people can go in there and just like.
Exactly, that's the next thing that's really important, so to say, because right now it's like that. You shoot a ship up, it explodes, stuff is gone.
Yeah,
it sucks.
So I'm a logistics guy. I'm just waiting for this to come. So super excited.
Me too. I want to steal stuff.
Yeah. And then you're right, the Drake Vulture coming in 318, again tentative, everything is tentative. All tasks required for the implementation of Drake's light salvage ship, the Vulture, into the game. Awesome.
No doubt they'll have the Vulture ready, but I have concerns the whole salvaging thing will not be
ready
100% done. Yeah
I can see the FPS being done because I saw it first of all. I saw
they showed it.
That's in the video, easy. But the ship one's the next level, man.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
but technically it could be just the same as mining but different,
and I don't mind that. And then
we'll see.
Yeah. And then the Grey Cat multi-tool, obviously the salvaging piece attachment is coming in, which makes sense. So that's so far 318. And you see, guys, this is why I personally like this new I'm not going to tell you what's going on, CIG. We've got 4 cards. We've got Cargo Refactor, Salvaging, a Vulture, and a Multi-Tool, right? And that's what 317 looked like. But then, as 317 came about, they added all these other rebalancing and refactoring and stuff as well. And 317 became quite a large, significant change to the game. The medical gameplay rebalancing, hopefully, if it works, this is all, I'm assuming it's going to work 80% of the time. So the medical rebalancing stuff means hopefully, medical gameplay gets a boost, the desync getting improved.
Yeah, but overall I agree. It's better this way than to overpromise and underdeliver with each and every patch. People get angry about that. Underpromise and overdeliver.
That's right.
Instead of the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. It had to be done. So that's it, guys. It's been kind of a quiet week from a content perspective, but there's a lot going on with 317. CIG's working hard, patching it and stuff. And again, last night's, if you like, outage in regards to ship spawning, sort of, I have a feeling that they're working on the back end. I don't know, maybe to get things ready for 317 or something. I'm not sure, but it caused an outage. There's a lot of work happening, but content-wise, there wasn't that much this week. So thank you all for joining us. This has been the Skeleton Crew. Happy Easter to everyone, and we will see you guys in a fortnight.